Hi, this is Andrew Fong from Feng Shui Healing, and today I wanted to talk about the topic of courage over fear. Now, I want to give you a background. One of the major catalysts that actually helped me get me into shamanism was back in 2017. I had decided to quit my corporate tech job that I was there for almost 16 years. It was my first job out of college, so I was very comfortable. I grew with the company. I had seniority. I was just very comfortable, and but I got to the point where toward the end of my seniority that I was beginning to experience chronic job burnout and things of that nature. And it was at that point that I was just saying, okay, I gotta decide to make a big change. And with my wife's support, we decided to sell our place, move into an apartment, and keep things simple. Did a lot of soul searching, and then eventually ended up enrolling myself into a shamanic studies class. So, but I want to tell you that it wasn't a 5-minute decision. I had persistent nightmares about my last job, but it was fear that kept me there for a long time. And I just want to be clear as well too that it's not like the entire 16 years was unpleasant. There were times, obviously, in which I did learn a lot. I was also very thankful for the company and grateful for the company to allow me to grow with them. I choose to stay in the company, but I wasn't taking care of myself. I was getting really unhealthy. Or did I want to take a leap of faith and actually have courage, erase all the self-defeating doubts that I had about making that leap? I had like nightmares. I was making up excuses, getting in my own way, saying like, oh, I have so much security, like job security, the illusion of job security. And when in fact that most employers, if they need, if they'll lay you off to save money. I mean, that's just kind of the bottom line. But I started embracing that, that illusion of job security later on. It took quite a bit of time to kind of build up that courage to get to that point where I could say, you know what, I'm going to make this change, and I'm going to make it right now, and I'm going to make this decision and never look back. And it ended up being one of the most life-altering, transformational decisions I ever made. It really shifted my perspective, like 180 degrees, where there was an extended period of time I was operating out of fear. And I would have to say, I could confidently say today, at present time, I'm much happier operating out of courage over fear, love over hate. And I really wanted to share this with everybody, that for those who feel that we're getting in our own ways, I'm happy to report too that I'm in another job now. There are healthier boundaries with my work. So in terms of risking job burnout, it's definitely something that I can recognize much more easily, having gone through what I've gone through in the past. So it's something I can recognize 100 yards away, and it's definitely something good for our health. And it really does come, like, it circles back to love. having enough that self-love for yourself to say, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna make a hard change, regardless of how comfortable it is in the short term. But in the long term, it's what you want in your heart. I only feel that every time you follow your heart, you can never go wrong with that. So, and I also want to reiterate too that, yeah, building up that courage, again, it wasn't a 5-minute or overnight decision. It was something that was, I'd have to say, at least 2 years in the making, 2 years plus in the making. But as they say, it's never too late. So I'm hoping I hope people out there find this video helpful. Thank you.